Found alive, the backpacker who survived 12 days lost in the Australian outback. Machete thieves caught on camera scoping out southeast homes. Defence front and centre, the PM jets off to China for a 6-day visit with our largest military exercise about to get underway. The distinct ways of developing dementia, the discovery that could change treatment. And empty shelves, the bizarre reason for the nationwide cottage cheese shortage.
This is 9 News Queensland with Mia Glover.
Good evening. Teenagers armed with machetes are terrorising southeast suburbs from Brisbane to the Gold Coast. One group breaking into a young family's home, their crimes all caught on CCTV.
Scoping out a street in Upper Mount Gravatt, 2 cars do a drive-by just before 3 a.m. Returning half an hour later, 1 car signals the coast is clear before 2 people jump out. Captured on cameras sneaking into a backyard, one heart-stoppingly holding a machete longer than his forearm. His friend also appears to be holding a knife as they try to unlock the back door. When they can't get in, they try the neighbours, and this time the group has doubled in size. 4 masked, armed boys make their way down the driveway, undeterred by a barking dog inside. This time they do manage to break in, stealing a backpack and rummaging through it before bolting. 9 News understands the young family living here has now had to change their locks, with the group running away with a set of car keys. Further south on the Gold Coast, and a Carrara woman has also been left petrified when machete-wielding thieves attempted to break into her home 2 nights in a row. A terrifying armed spree leaving many sleepless as police investigate both incidents. Ataya Grubski, 9 News.
A Qantas flight to Johannesburg has been cancelled after an aero bridge crashed into the plane. Part of the engine was pierced on the tarmac at Sydney Airport this morning. Nobody was injured, but everyone had to get off. Passengers put on another flight tomorrow as Qantas investigates. A Melbourne man who jumped from the stolen van he was driving while trying to escape police remains in hospital today. Detectives are still waiting to interview him.
Well, the 36-year-old is still undergoing treatment at the Royal Melbourne Hospital, and I'm told that he will likely stay there until sometime next week. As a result, police are yet to formally interview the Point Cook man and still are yet to lay any charges over the wild scenes we saw yesterday. Now, this man sustained non-life-threatening injuries after jumping out of a moving van he was driving. An unmarked patrol car then hitting him. Now, it all started just before 6 a.m. after that van was stolen in the city. You can see from these pictures that white Toyota weaving in and out of traffic across multiple freeways. He crashed into 11 cars during the erratic chase through the city's southeast. Our news chopper capturing most of it. Now, I spoke to a witness who is still shocked by what she saw.
There were sparks flying everywhere. There were bits of the van coming off it. The car in front of us, literally no exaggeration, this much. I thought he hit him. A bit of his van came off because the truck that we were behind, something came flying out from under it after we'd changed lanes. Like, there was bits and pieces flying everywhere.
Now, while the 36-year-old is yet to be charged, police have already indicated they will be throwing the booking in.
Ollie Haig there. Well, Anthony Albanese is about to begin a delicate diplomatic dance with China, our biggest trading partner, as he jets towards the country's business capital of Shanghai. All of this a balancing act on national security as US troops and other allies conduct military drills off Australian shores.
Up and away for the Prime Minister, on his way to elevate trading relations with China. But it's defence and national security in focus at home. While the PM departs, the US is arriving.
Talisman Sabre is our most important bilateral training exercise with the United States.
Thousands of defence personnel coming together tomorrow from more than a dozen allied nations.
This is a critically important exercise for our readiness and presenting a deterrence factor to any potential adversary.
Not naming which adversary.
He's talking about China. Everyone, including our government, understands that China is the threat to stability in the Indo-Pacific.
Difficult conversations need to be had.
with China and the US. Today marking 30 days since the Trump administration announced their snap review into the AUKUS submarine deal.
I'm confident that the US review will find that AUKUS is in their national interest.
While the Prime Minister is off to meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping, it's the lack of meetings with US President Donald Trump that's still causing concern here at home.
The Prime Minister needs to have those physical meetings and develop that personal relationship.
Amanda Kopp, 9 News. The Prime Minister is scheduled to touch down in China in the next hour, starting his 6-day trip to Shanghai with a major tourism announcement, hoping to convince more of China's 1.4 billion citizens to travel to Australia and, crucially, spend more money on Australian shores. He's also expected to employ the skills of a former Socceroo, Kevin Muscat, who's currently managing the local Shanghai team, tapping into Xi Jinping's love of world football. Anthony Albanese hoping to score a diplomatic goal with our most important trading partner.
Well, drinking from puddles and sleeping in caves. A German backpacker has revealed how she stayed alive in the Western Australian outback for 12 days. Carolina Vilga, only found by chance, a driver passing through, now her rescuer.
Exhausted, dehydrated, but alive, Carolina Vilga has survived the odds. Dressed in a skirt, jumper and scarf around her foot, she climbs onto the WA police plane, rushed back to Perth after 12 days, stranded in the remote outback.
It can be quite dangerous if you don't know what you're doing or where you are going. It's very easy to get lost in that area.
The German backpacker had been travelling through the wheat belt, last seen on June 29. When family couldn't reach her, they reported her missing, sparking a massive search more than 300 kilometres northeast of Perth, involving the homicide squad. Her van spotted, bogged in Curran Hill Reserve, no nearby roads, no phone reception. After spending a night with the vehicle, she made the decision to head off on foot.
She basically looked at the direction of the sun and tried to head west, thinking that that would be her best bet of coming across someone or a road.
She did what she could to survive, drinking from puddles and sleeping in a cave.
She is still in disbelief that she was able to survive. In her mind, she had convinced herself that she was not going to be located.
24 kilometres from her abandoned car, Carolina found by station owner Tanya Henley.
So I pulled over and got out and I gave her a hug because she was crying and, oh, God, yeah, it was pretty emotional, all right.
Hearing a car in the distance, Carolina Vilga came out of the bushes, standing here on the roadside. She flagged down Tanya Henley. It's the moment she'd been waiting for after 12 days alone. She was
Thin, fragile, and everybody would be fragile. You know, 12 days to be missing out in the bush is usually not a good result.
In a Perth hospital, Carolina Vilga's been visited by relief friends who rushed there last night when they heard the good news.
A long wait, we were quite distressed. I was actually in contact with her family every day almost, and they're very happy. Very happy.
Not the outback adventure Carolina Vilga had planned, but one that will stay with her for life. Rachel Clifford, 9 News.
A cut in the engine's fuel supply is what has caused last month's Air India crash, which killed 260 people, according to a new report. The cockpit voice recorder revealing one pilot asked the other why he cut off the fuel, with the other pilot responding that he hadn't done that. The investigation says one of the engines was able to restart, but it was too late. A US federal judge has blocked the Trump government from making immigration arrests in LA for 10 days. The ruling found the operation had been detaining people without probable cause and was based on factors like accents and line of work. The arrest sparked widespread protest and riots across the city. US President Donald Trump has toured flood-affected areas of Texas, describing the storm as a monster and lashing out at questions over the emergency response. First Lady Melania was at his side in a rare joint visit, publicly offering comfort to victims' families.
dwarfed by the destruction and debris, the US President and First Lady meeting first responders and victims' families from the nation's deadliest floods in almost 50 years.
I've never seen anything like it. I've seen a lot of bad ones. A little narrow river that becomes a monster. And that's what happened.
A week ago, a surge inundated the Texas towns of Kerrville and Hunt. In some parts, waters rising more than 6 metres in 3 hours. The deadly storm sweeping through a Christian girls' summer camp. Today, local women gifting Melania Trump a bracelet in honour of young lives taken.
To everybody who lost a loved one, we are grieving with you. Our nation is grieving with you. I will be back, I promise.
To date, more than 120 people have been killed, 160 still missing, with questions over the emergency warning system and why many people say they weren't alerted.
People could have been saved. What do you say to those families?
Only a bad person would ask a question like that, to be honest with you. I don't know who you are, but only a very evil person would ask a question like that.
And while the wait for answers goes on, a memorial to those lost grows. Dozens of children still among the unaccounted for. Today, television's Dr. Phil was also at the president's side.
The truth is, you never get over it, you get through it.
More than 12,000 volunteers have come to help the search, including Ilda Mendoza, who's due to give birth in 2 weeks.
If it was my family, I would want somebody out here looking.
In these parts, they go by the saying, Texas tough, that sense of resilience needed now. In the United States, Jonathan Kersley, 9 News.
US Secretary of State Marco Rubio says he supports former Sydney councillor Nick Adams' nomination for US ambassador to Malaysia. The 40-year-old needs to face members of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee before the role is officially his.
He went through our process at the Presidential Personnel Office. We look forward to the Senate confirming him so he can get here and be a part of our team.
Trump has described Adams as an incredible patriot and very successful entrepreneur. R&B singer Chris Brown has reappeared at a London court where he's accused of attacking a music producer with a bottle inside a nightclub. A group of supporters showing up for the 36-year-old as he denied 2 additional charges.
More like a backstage meet and greet than a court appearance. American R&B singer Chris Brown stopping to sign an autograph and acknowledge supporters waiting for him outside London's Southwark Crown Court. He was back to answer more charges relating to an alleged nightclub assault, pleading not guilty to assault occasioning actual bodily harm and to having an offensive weapon, a bottle, in a public place. Charges also denied by co-defendant rapper Omalolu Akinlolu, who goes by the name Hoodie Baby. They're accused of attacking music producer Abraham Dior at London's Tape nightclub in 2023. Mr Dior struck with a bottle and kicked and punched multiple times. Brown was arrested shortly after arriving in Manchester back in May and last month pleaded not guilty to a more serious charge. Chris Brown must continue to comply with a $10 million bail agreement which allows him to continue performing before a trial. That trial is more than a year away.
Look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Yeah.
The Look at Me Now singer appears to have his own camera crew in tow at his appearances so far. He'll have to wait until October 2026 to tell the court his side of the story. In London, Edward Godfrey, 9 News.
Australia has a new World Heritage Site. The Murrujuga Cultural Landscape is home to more than 1 million pieces of ancient Aboriginal rock art in northwestern WA. Some of the paintings are older than the pyramids of Giza and Stonehenge and include what's thought to be the oldest depiction of a human face.
It's been an overwhelming experience, of course, but very, very pleased, so happy.
Indigenous groups claim nearby gas projects are damaging the priceless artefacts. The federal government recently extended Woodside's controversial Northwest Gas Shelf project for another 40 years. Armed with a shotgun, pounding on the door, police tracked down the man behind this terrifying incident at a southeast home. The moment of madness that saw these police officers run for their lives. Plus, taking the plunge, skydivers across the world attempt to make history and sitting empty for decades. At the end of sport, your look at the rundown ready to renovate in a city gem.
It all comes down to this, the Wimbledon final. Giant slayer Amanda Anisimova takes on Iga Swiatek. Get ready for a glorious battle.
What a sport this is.
The women's final, live from Wimbledon, tonight.
I wanna move, and I wanna shake, and now it's all good if I break. Cause even in parts I still got this grin, cause now I shake in the recycling bin. You thought I'd be down, but I'm up instead, though I got no arm and she's lost some hair. But the beat in here has your feet tapping. What's the sound of one hand? Got me going like, I wanna move, and I wanna shake.
Head in store for toy recycling, even the toys feel good about.
Buying a car isn't just about the car. That's why we're confident your next car's at Kerry's. Locally owned, family run, and yeah, we know what Territorians want. It's about service that's straight up and people who treat you like more than just a sale. At Kerry's, it's not just about selling cars. It's about helping you drive away feeling confident. Kerry's Automotive Group. Trust, service, satisfaction. It's the Kerry's way.
Welcome to the Comfort Zone, Darwin's contemporary furniture and bedding destination. Home to Bedpost Beds R Us and Furniture Court Darwin. Conveniently located at 474 Stewart Highway, Winnellie. Open 7 days. Create your home at the Comfort Zone.
What brings success in real estate? Hard work and dedication in the local area. For many years, the award-winning team at O'Donoghue's have been consistently getting some of the best results when selling and managing both residential and commercial properties. Whether you're buying, selling or investing, their dedicated team always put clients first to ensure success. For all your real estate needs, you can trust the experienced local team at O'Donoghue's First National Real Estate. We put you first.
It's the worldwide issue that's affecting our children.
One of the biggest parenting minefields yet, body image.
I started following these influencers online. I was constantly being reinforced that what I looked like was not enough.
A must-see night for every family.
It's why we're focused on body image, because when it goes wrong, it's the consequences.
Parental Guidance, Monday 7:30.
A 34-year-old man has been arrested over a series of alleged offences, including this incident at a Narangba home 2 weeks ago. The man allegedly threatening the occupants inside with a sawn-off shotgun before firing at their car several times. He was taken into custody yesterday afternoon at a Burpengary business and has since been charged with multiple offences. Police are investigating a suspicious truck fire near the Brisbane airport overnight. Emergency services were called to an industrial area in Pinkenba at around 11 p.m, finding the truck well alight. The blaze was extinguished quickly. Investigations are continuing. A world record attempt is currently underway, with skydivers right around the country taking the leap of faith today in a bid to make history. It comes as calls grow for the sport to be included in the Olympic Games.
Thousands of feet from the ground, a nervous smile before taking the plunge from a plane and soaring above the stunning Gold Coast skyline.
We were looking at all the big, expensive houses in the hills with their tennis courts. But I said the water's bloody crystal clear green up there.
A surprise adrenaline-fueled adventure for Dalton Harris's 31st birthday, with an extra reason to celebrate.
We turned up and we saw the balloons and joked around that the balloons were for me, and then she's like, no, it's skydiving day.
And we're better to make history than at Kirra Beach.
And you're a world record holder now, how good's that?
Yeah.
From the Gold Coast to Cairns, 9 jump zones across Queensland, jumping on board with the rest of the country and globe.
So there's 31 different countries that take part in this.
Attempting to set a new world record for the greatest number of skydives in a single day.
And with a day like today, looking good so far.
The current world record was set last year. More than 30,000 jumps recorded in 24 hours. Australia contributing 2,700 of those, second only to the United States. Proving we've got what it takes to take skydiving to greater heights.
We are calling for the inclusion of skydiving as a sport in the Olympics in Brisbane 2032.
We're fairly small fry as far as numbers, but we're fairly big time as far as competition. We've got the fastest man and the fastest woman in the world.
Flying the flag to showcase our beautiful country on the world stage. Paige Van Lunteren, 9 News.
Police officers clearing a traffic hazard in Hawaii have found themselves the centre of another. The pair sent scrambling for safety on a Honolulu highway after a car lost control and crashed into the back of their police vehicle. No one was injured. Cottage cheese craze. Tonight, the bizarre reason behind the nationwide shortage. The push to get the hot product back on our shelves. That story is ahead. Up in flames the moment fire engulfs a boat on the Gold Coast. Cracking the code, scientists identify 4 distinct ways dementia develops. Plus, Queensland firefighters deployed to Canada as hundreds of blazes burn out of control. And the touching tribute honouring the late Liverpool star Diego Jota.
An all-new Japan adventure. See why Japan's the hottest Aussie travel obsession.
Master bottle? I smash a bottle in a totally different way, fella.
New travel guides, Sunday at 7 on 9.
Thinking about a Dakin? Think Fridgelec in Winnelli. We audit and review your current system and provide a plan to move your energy costs down and your comfort level up. For reliable and efficient solutions, see the Fridgelec team and discover Dakin air conditioners to suit your home, business or light industrial warehouse space. Come in and see the Dakin range at the Fridgelec showroom, 162 Coonawarra Road, Winnelli.
Every Saturday, get more bang for your buck with Domino's Super Saturday. Just buy one large traditional or premium pizza and get another pizza from just $1. That's right, buy one, get one from just $1. Pick up or delivered only at Domino's.
She glows in Primo, feels primo. She beats her OGs with sequels. Lethal, her look, but she's sweet though. She sings so shots like they're free throws. Whoa, make them by the knuckle when she dance slow. She don't really do it for the benefit. She could make them fall with a glance though. Stay independent, saying thanks for the sentiment.
The early days can be tough. The world can feel overwhelming. This is the time they need us most. Just to know we're there. Gidget Foundation Australia is here for you.
Buying a car isn't just about the car. It's about service, trust, and people who treat you right. Kerry's Automotive Group. It's the Territory way.
Check out these Joycey July deals. 16-inch Acer Aspire Lite laptop now under $600. Lenovo with 16 gig RAM now under $800. Eufy pan and tilt cam now $78.
This July, no one beats us on price. The choice is Joyce.
Accidents can just drop out of the sky. De Silva Hebron provide advice on compensation claims, so there can always be a De Silva lining.
This year we've packed up the whole shebang for somewhere special.
The new block, Heartland, Sunday, July 27 on 9.
Two people have been rescued after their boat caught fire on the Gold Coast yesterday afternoon. Emergency services called to Jacobs Well following reports of a sports boat well engulfed. Volunteer Marine Rescue finding the pair in the water and uninjured. It's understood firefighters attempted to battle the blaze from a VMR boat. The vessel could not be saved. Dementia is one of the leading causes of death in Australia, but researchers have identified 4 distinct pathways to developing the disease. As Elizabeth Bryan explains, it could revolutionise detection and treatment.
American researchers analysed health data from 24,000 patients living with Alzheimer's, the most common form of dementia. Through this, they've identified 4 pathways to developing the disease. Researchers found more than a quarter of patients had conditions like depression, brain dysfunction illnesses, mild cognitive impairment and heart disease before they were diagnosed. The more of those factors, the more likely patients were to develop dementia. Researchers say this could help identify people more at risk and assist with early diagnosis and intervention. Currently, there are more than 433,000 Aussies living with dementia. That number's expected to almost double by 2054.
There's nothing more Aussie than lending a helping hand. 11 fire-trained rangers from Queensland's Department of Environment, Tourism, Science and Innovation now heading to Canada as the country takes on devastating wildfires. The rangers will join a contingent of Australian firefighters already helping our allies battle hundreds of out-of-control blazes.
When we have a lot of fires, we ask for help, and now it's our turn to return the favour. In my case, we are going over as arduous firefighters, so we will be on the fire line.
It will also be the first time the department has deployed female firefighters outside of Queensland, with 4 in the team. English Premier League team Liverpool has permanently retired the number 20 shirt across all club levels in honour of Diogo Jota. The first time it has made such a gesture. The 28-year-old and his brother died in a car crash in Spain last week. It comes as Diogo's wife visited the sea of tributes outside the club's stadium. Smash and grab thieves have dealt a blow to homegrown Hollywood star Eric Bana and his former AFL player mate Kobe Stevens, stealing vision for an upcoming footy documentary. Camera gear and hours of interviews also snatched from a car.
Kobe Stevens had his fair share of hits on the footy field, but finding his car smashed into this morning hit particularly hard.
You'd look at the hard drive and you probably would know what's on it. There is stuff on there about stories no one's ever seen and stuff that they're only willing to tell to us.
It's those stories on a large black and silver hard drive that was stolen along with tens of thousands of dollars of camera gear. The final stages of a documentary Kobe hopes will give hope to others living with head injuries.
Doctors, athletes who were going on their own healing journeys, and myself and Eric Bana have been shooting that story for the last 5 years.
Concussions ended Kobe's AFL career. When he finished with St Kilda, head knocks meant he couldn't get out of bed.
I've hidden things before and gone out and played with symptoms, and that's just the person I was. I didn't like showing any signs of weakness.
But today, Kobe was about to head off on a shoot. He'd just gone upstairs, returning to find the smashed glass on Lock Street in St Kilda.
You wouldn't think something like that happened so quick.
Despite multiple CCTV cameras on the street, police believe they may have missed the actual theft. All Kobe wants is the hard drive back.
If anyone comes across it, just happy. I don't even care about the camera equipment. There's a lot of camera equipment in there as well. It's just drop the hard drive off.
The film Thrive is due to enter post-production at the end of the year.
The film's pretty game-changing, and on that hard drive there's some really game-changing stuff. It's just that sensitive nature of it all that's now floating around in Melbourne somewhere.
Penelope Leash, 9 News.
Toyota in trouble over paint that peels under the Aussie sun. That's coming up. 3 brothers, 1 rowboat and an incredible mission across the high seas. The bizarre reason behind the cottage cheese shortage and when it will be back on our shelves. Plus, the 4-legged Queenslanders finding their forever homes.
I've never seen this in my life,
Everything went completely dark.
Don't know which is up or down. You're just scrambling to get breath.
A survival story.
Kept saying we have to swim out or we're going to run out of air.
like you've never seen before.
She was right next to me, and then she was gone.
Someday.
The 2025 NRL NT season is unreal. Meet the players who'll make history, the teams, the captains, the coaches, the Dabsco Men's Premiership, the Truflo Services Women's Premiership, the Gatley Shield, and tomorrow's stars in the Under-18 Boys Competition. For game times and match fixtures, visit nrlnt.com.au. It's unreal. Proudly supported by Channel 9.
Navigating employment law can seem like herding, well, cattle. De Silva Hebron represent both employers and employees, so there can always be a De Silva lining.
Darwin Festival turns up the volume in 2025 with its biggest music program yet. Showcasing a vibrant mix of genres, multicultural influences and contemporary sounds across 10 venues in Darwin and beyond. Check out the full program and book now at darwinfestival.org.au.
At Renko, we've got an extensive range of utes and buses for hire. Fast and safe quality rental vehicles equipped with the latest safety equipment. Proudly servicing the Territory and beyond. Renko, 174 McKinnon Road, Pinelands.
Welcome to the Comfort Zone, Darwin's contemporary furniture and bedding destination. Home to Bedpost Beds R Us and Furniture Court Darwin. Conveniently located at 474 Stewart Highway, Winnellie. Open 7 days. Create your home at the Comfort Zone.
She glows in Fremo, feels primo. She beats her OGs with sequels. Lethal, her look, but she's sweet though. She sings so shots like they're free throws. Whoa, make 'em by the knuckle when she dance slow. She don't really do it for the benefit.
Buying a car isn't just about the car. It's about service, trust, and people who treat you right. Kerry's Automotive Group. It's the Territory way.
TAFE courses at CDU teach practical skills about on-job training towards any sort of trade or job that you want to persist with.
And the lecturers are really supportive here. And they only want to see you grow and improve.
It's about criminality.
For the first time, inside the trial that shocked the world.
This guy's whole empire is done.
Sunday after 60 Minutes.
Toyota says it will contest a class action that alleges hundreds of its Corolla vehicles have a paint defect. The lawsuit claims models made between 2010 and 2014 were sold with a paint that causes the white finish to peel away after UV exposure. Owners could be in line for compensation if the class action is successful. It's an expedition like no other. 3 Scottish brothers rowing 14,000 kilometres across the Pacific from South America to Australia. The mission of the McLean siblings, raising money for clean water projects in developing countries, and the world is tuning in to watch their every stroke.
3 Scotsmen and a rowboat. It sounds like the start of a joke, and while there are plenty of laughs...
Under 5,000 miles to you.
Get me off this boat! This is one serious feat for the McLeans taking on the high seas. The 3 brothers, Ewan, Lachlan and Jamie, rowing unsupported day and night from Peru to Sydney, a 14,000-kilometre journey across the Pacific Ocean. Right now, they're in waters off Fiji after a 36-hour-long storm surge delivering 5-metre swells and 30-knot winds.
I was actually washed overboard by one of these rogue waves at night. Fortunately, I was saved by my harness and safety line.
What's now become a death-defying journey, hoping to raise $2 million for clean drinking water projects in Madagascar.
And that'll be about 40,000 people with clean water for life. So that's super motivating for us, and it gets us through the night shifts.
2 years of preparation in the gym,
the rocky waves,
and in the kitchen. The closest thing to a balanced diet helped greatly by the Big Blue. The mighty expedition made up of 6 million oar strokes.
That you get this thing called claw grip, where your hand, because you're so used to being in that shape and putting pressure on the oars.
3 months in, and it's not just taking a toll on their bodies.
A hole in our water storage tank that was obviously allowing the compartment to fill with water.
Good thing one of them is Mr. Fix-It by trade.
Feel that? Any plumber would be so jealous. It's incredibly useful having an engineer on board. He's like a living version of our own Swiss Army pocket knife.
Some muscle helping too.
Open the iron!
30 litres of fresh water painstakingly produced each day.
One drip at a time.
Comfort a distant memory with sleep breaks no more than 3 hours.
Got a couple months of this.
Even the simple things, now a cherished pastime.
So our toilet's right beside us. It's quite a comfortable bucket to sit on, to be honest.
Life at sea not without marking the special occasions.
It's Lachlan's birthday.
Still, there's the odd Barney.
Food is probably the most regular point of contention. Who's had more than their fair share of the peanut butter? No one's had to walk the plank yet.
The usual go-to wrestle it out, not worth it.
It's about the size of kind of a large kitchen table, like the deck space. That's where we are day to day. So it's just not really an option. We can't exactly start scrapping because I think it would go terribly wrong. We'll leave that for Australia.
If all goes well, the McLean brothers are expected to arrive here at the finish line in Sydney early next month. If they do that within the 120-day time limit, they've got the world record for the fastest team to row across the Pacific.
It's underneath the Harbour Bridge and by the Opera House. That's kind of, we've dreamed of it for years at this point.
Hayley Francis, 9 News.
Oh, they're awesome. Well, opening their doors and winning hearts, dogs, cats, even guinea pigs have been finding their forever homes today as Animal Welfare League Queensland open their Coombaba rehoming centre to the public. Families looking for a new addition and those who have previously adopted coming together, celebrating the work of the organisation. It's a good one. Well, an Origin star MIA at Broncos training. Who will miss tomorrow's Queensland derby? That's ahead in sport. Could Australia do the unthinkable and drop Nathan Lyon from the Test team? And at the end of sport, sitting empty for decades inside the home that's run down and ready to renovate.
And what a day across the entire state today. We've been bathed in sunshine. A nice night here in the city as well. Clear skies for the moment. Unfortunately, there are showers in the 7-day outlook. I'll have details on that. If you thought it was cold this morning, wait till you see the temperatures we're hitting tomorrow morning. Could go close to our coldest day of winter so far. I'll have all the details, a full weather app coming up soon.
Every 12 years, England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales locked as one to face Australia. And we've been waiting. Rugby's rarest rivalry is back for the battle 12 years in the making. The blockbuster first test. Wallabies, Lions on 9 and Stan Sport. Every family needs a plan for the future. Prepare now, because even the most complex wills, estate and inheritance planning can have a silver lining.
It's not just what we do, it's how we do it. Whether you're picking up, dropping off, or just stopping by. For the big days and the everyday. Bridge Toyota, right here with you. Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.
Every Saturday, get more bang for your buck with Domino's Super Saturday. Just buy one large traditional or premium pizza and get another pizza from just $1. That's right, buy one, get one from just $1. Pick up or delivered only at Domino's.
Looking for a new lounge? With our lounge trade-in sale, you can get up to $2,600 off. Plus, get your old lounge removed for free. Don't miss out. Come see us at Jade Furnishing Superstore today. T's and C's apply.
She glows in Fremo, feels primo. She beats her OGs with sequels. Lethal, her look, but she's sweet though. She sings so shots like they're free throws. Whoa, make 'em by the knuckle when she dance slow. She don't really do it for the benefit.
rolling. To look there.
God, Kaz has a lot of memories.
I come here every day for 20 years, 7 days a week.
As a teenager, we didn't have Facebook. Kaz was the meeting spot.
There would be many first dates that have walked this hall.
First kisses, first jobs.
So I had my first job here. Kaz Square is just iconic Darwin.
For me, it is the paradise on earth.
Your Kaz.
Your way.
Ridges Palmerston features contemporary guest rooms and serviced apartments with sophisticated conveniences so that you can get back to enjoying all those little moments in comfort and style. Ridges Palmerston, your home away from home.
Deliver more with the world's #1 forklift brand. Get Toyota's legendary reliability. Get world-leading safety. Get more uptime. And give your business the Toyota forklift advantage.
Drop everything. Joyce's July deals are on now.
Sunbeam irons from only $56. Electrolux front-load washers from under $700. 40-inch smart TVs from just $299.
This July, no one beats us on price. The choice is Joyce.
Your actions, that's what makes you who you are.
A wounded Payne Haas won't back up from Origin as the Broncos brace for a Queensland derby promising plenty of spice. Des Hasler potentially coaching for his future, addressing speculation he could be sacked if the Titans lose tomorrow.
Des Hasler's doing all he can to block out the noise and the cameras that his coaching days could be behind him as the walls close in on his time at the Titans.
Yeah, I could probably, knock that on the head straight away. So you mentioned one word. It's unfounded. It's all unfounded and it's all speculation.
On the defensive, Hasler shutting down suggestions that he could be sacked immediately should Gold Coast lose against Brisbane tomorrow night. The cellar dwellers staring down yet another wasted season.
It's been 18 months and while the results don't reflect that, there is, some really good signs there. But it's no point commenting on it because you don't want to hear it.
Both the Broncos and Titans closing captain's run to cameras, but Michael Maguire revealing Payne Haas won't play as the club manages his lingering back injury.
It's one thing that he's sort of been handling, ever since I've been here, to be honest. So it's more just a management thing. And Payne's just got a bit of time now where he can actually just focus on that recovery side of things and also too just building the area around his back where he's got a bit of pain.
The rest of Brisbane's Origin stars will return, including train and trialist turned Maroons champion, Gemmet Shibasaki.
They're the good stories as a coach. I think everyone can applaud that what he's done. He's made a choice to want to put his head down and work, and I can't describe from where he came from to where he is now. And I think there's so much more in Gemmet too. You wouldn't know he's just gone and done what he's done. He knows that he needs to come back in here and play for his teammates that help him get to that position.
Matthew Simbakis, 9 News.
Future Origin star and stand-in Dolphins captain Isaiah Katoa is showing maturity beyond his years, taking ownership for the Finns' failures at Shark Park. But perhaps Christian Wolf's most pressing issue, another injury. The latest Finn down, Mark Nichols to miss Thursday's Cowboys clash with a head knock. His side staging a late comeback, but the Dolphins were down 24-12 at Shark Park.
I'm not disappointed at all. I thought we were really brave. I'm only disappointed with the fact that we couldn't quite get it there at the end.
Fresh off a stint in Blues camp, stand-in Finns captain Isaiah Katoa admitting he wasn't vocal enough.
And just being, that 7, I need to make sure I am dominant in that department. Just, telling our middles where I want them to get. Yeah, I thought between me and Sean, we did take a while to connect.
Redcliffe's Origin-winning fullback, Hamaso Tabuai-Fido, rested, but he might have been the difference. No regrets from the Dolphins coach, who can't risk more injury.
If I just throw him out there and run him into the ground, then we're not going to get the best out of him either.
Maroons teammate Josh Kerr in hot water issued a breach notice by the NRL for these comments after Queensland's series win.
How much trouble I can get for saying this, but geez, I thought Ash Klein did a bit to try and, even it up.
At fullback, Dane Gagai directed the Knights to a first-half lead, but 40 minutes was all they could muster before the Storm kicked into gear.
Gives it back to Grant. Second kick. Hits the upright pad.
Backing up from Origin, Trent Liero bags 2, but it was reigning Dally M medalist Jerome Hughes with 4 try assists to claim the 32-14 victory. Getting through the week with minimal contact, Broncos outside back Julia Robinson will line up against the Titans in Sunday's Queensland Derby double-header, despite suffering a broken nose in Brisbane's win over the Tigers.
She's obviously got a bit of a black eye from a knock on her nose, so yeah, I'm not too sure on the modelling career, but I think she'll be okay.
A shark attack in the capital, Cronulla crushing Canberra by 50 points. Finals is well within reach for the Suns, holding off league leaders Collingwood by 6 points in an all-time thriller on the Gold Coast. It's being hailed the biggest game in club history, only marred by a hamstring injury to vice-captain Touk Miller.
He's had a wonderful year, so look, hopefully it's on the short term of the spectrum, but what we do know is we had some pretty good players at VFL level that'll be prepared to put their hand up and go.
The Suns' finals credentials will be further tested over the next 2 weeks, facing the top 4 Crows and Lions. 36-year-old Wallabies veteran James Slipper says he has no plans to retire after being picked to play in a second Lions series.
If my body and my mind's in a place where I can contribute and perform, at a standard that I'm happy with, I'll always keep going.
This afternoon, the Wallaroos were in the hunt for their first ever win over New Zealand, trailing by just 3 points at half-time. But the Black Ferns were too good, winning 37-12 in Wellington. Some hard luck stories from race 2 of the supercars in Townsville. James Courtney's engine blowing up and Kai Allen hitting the wall. But Brock Feeney avoided all the drama, the Queenslander claiming victory and extending his championship lead. Nathan Lyon has been a staple of Australia's Test team for more than a decade, but Pat Cummins concedes the spinner could be left out of the 11 for the pink ball Test against the West Indies.
I think everyone here has a pretty good track record of doing whatever the team needs, and been really excited for the guys that play. So, even someone like a Josh Inglis got to go in the first Test and he's been out, but he's been fantastic. So I imagine if there's an experienced guy who misses out, they'll be the same.
The third and final Test begins tomorrow morning in Jamaica. Sprint sensation Gout Gout has once again starred on the world stage. The 17-year-old, who's on school holidays, won the under-23s 200 metres at the Diamond League in Monaco. On a great night for Australia, Jessica Hull finished third in the 1,000 metres, setting a new national record. Peter Bowl also broke his own Aussie record, coming fourth in the 800. Australian Rinky Hijikata is gunning for Wimbledon glory in the men's doubles final tonight, while Iga Swiatek and Amanda Anisimova meet in the ladies' decider. The men's singles final is also set. Yannick Sinner will face Carlos Alcaraz, the Spaniard beating Taylor Fritz in a tough 4-setter to keep his dream of 3 straight titles alive.
Really happy with everything that I've done today. Deal with the nerves. Playing semi-final here is not easy, to deal with everything, with the nerves and the pressure that you might have.
Sinner defeated Novak Djokovic in straight sets, the Joker declaring he will return to Wimbledon at least once more before he retires. Mia, he is always keeping us guessing, the Joker.
He really is. How good's Carlos, though?
Oh, man, he's great.
I love him. And go the Aussie tonight. Yeah. Thanks, Bronze. Well, taking a look at this week's auction results, here's Alice Stoltz from Domain.
The RBA's decision to hold the cash rate this week didn't appear to impact the mood of buyers. A well-appointed house in Coorparoo had 65 groups inspect the 5-bedroom property. It went to auction this morning with the home selling under the hammer for $2.35 million to a young professional couple upsizing from an apartment. Across the city, there were 73 auctions and a clearance rate of 42%. The most expensive sale was his 4-bedroom house in Wollongabba, which sold for just over $2 million. And the most affordable sale was his 2-bedroom house in Woodridge that sold for $520,000. Now, every neighbourhood seems to have a house that has its own folklore, or in some cases is said to be haunted. Locals have their own theories about this place in Paddington, which has not been lived in since the 90s. Whatever it is about its history, today this is prime Brisbane real estate. An elevated corner block, northern orientation and city views. It also has many perfectly preserved period features, pressed metal ceilings, chandeliers and beautiful original old glass. It's certainly a true renovator's delight.
Well, if you want some addictive viewing, take a look at this. A devoted pair of white-bellied sea eagles is having their every move monitored 24/7 as they take turns keeping 2 of their eggs warm and safe in a giant nest at Sydney's Olympic Park. Patience is needed though. Chicks take somewhere between 39 to 44 days to hatch. Oh, so cute. Well, in just 3 minutes, the younger generation causing a nationwide cottage cheese shortage tonight. When it will be back on our shelves, that story is just moments away. But first, Lukey is back with a check on the weather. Good evening, Luke. Long time no see. A cool start today. Are we in for a frosty start tomorrow?
Good to have you back, Mia. I hope you brought your jacket with you this evening. You're going to definitely need it tomorrow morning. Yes, we are in for a very frosty start. In fact, could be our coldest temps of winter so far. I'll have all the details and let you know exactly how cold it's going to get at your place. The full forecast coming up next.
The guilty verdict's in and the world's media has gone.
Relief. It's been a huge 10 weeks.
What now for Morwell? Join me.
Next week, we have huge guests joining us, including superstar Eric Bana. DC catches up with the cast of Fantastic Four.
Plus, Ruby Singh is one of Australia's top fighters. She's invited me to step in the ring with her.
Wax on.
Also, Charles Peel and Win is back. We have 25 grand in prizes up for grabs. We'll see you next week.
It's not just what we do, it's how we do it. Whether you're picking up, dropping off, or just stopping by. For the big days and the everyday. Bridge Toyota, right here with you. Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.
Looking for a new lounge? With our lounge trade-in sale, you can get up to $2,600 off. Plus, get your old lounge removed for free. Don't miss out. Come see us at Jade Furnishing Superstore today. T's and C's apply.
She glows in Fremo, feels primo. She beats her OGs with sequels. Lethal, her look, but she's sweet though. She sings so shots like they're free throws. Whoa, make 'em by the knuckle when she dance slow. She don't really do it for their benefit. She can make 'em fall with a glance though. Stay independent, saying thanks for the sentiment.
Wherever you live and whenever you want, Free TV brings you the best Australian television, local news, entertainment, drama and live sport. Our programming and advertising is guided by the Commercial Television Industry Code of Practice to meet community standards and help viewers make more informed choices about their viewing. A copy of the code can be found on the Free TV website, or you can write or call us for more information. Free TV, Australian, trusted, free.
At Renko, we've got one of the largest fleets of transport equipment for prime movers and trailers to rigid tracks, mine-spec utes and buses. Late model and modern, featuring the latest safety equipment. Proudly servicing the Territory and beyond. Renko, 174 McKinnon Road, Pinelands.
Every morning a new journey begins. A place where curiosity meets opportunity. Every brushstroke tells a story. Every idea